Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos. This channel is about having fun and about me venturing into this world of high-end fashion as well as traveling. I'm relatively new to this community, so I thank you very much for coming along for the ride. This channel is primarily about those things. However, every now and then I would like to have serious conversations with regards to things that are going on in society. And part of the reason why I am relatively new to this whole high-end traveling, venture, because I feel that I've been made to feel not welcomed. Came about from a conversation I was having with someone a couple of days ago, where we were first talking about some negative things that happen to young people and how many of them are mistreated and are violated. And she brought up the fact that she would not allow her child to be part of certain groups because of the fact that he was blonde and blue-eyed. And she kept repeating that, and in my mind it sort of translated to, you have an Aryan son and you felt that your Aryan son was more important than other racial minority groups, and it spiraled from there. Growing up, I went to school which was primarily Black. I live in a Black community, and the teachers were white. Growing up, a lot of people that were teachers that I watched on television were white. These were kind of my role models, and I wanted to be part of their world. Was it brainwashing? No, it's just that I saw a world that I liked, that I wanted to be a part of, and I saw a community that had a lot of privileged people. And me being a little bougie growing up, I wanted to be a part of that world. Some might think that means that I wanted to be white. That is not the case at all. I am a very proud person of color. Growing up, I never saw race. I was Black. I love being Black. And even saying it is kind of funny because honestly, I like being a human being. Not something of color, but a human being who saw things that I, like another group, liked. And again, being a bougie person, that was me. I also knew privileged Black kids, and I kind of was ostracized from them as well, but that's a whole other story. Growing up, I never felt like I fit in with all the kids around me, especially because they were Black. I was overweight. I was made fun of. I was pretty much ostracized. When I went to high school, I was part of a certain group of individuals whom, was very diverse. I had many white female friends, and I liked all of them. We got along very well. However, the white guys were pretty much racist. I never communicated with any white guys in high school because of their attitude towards Black people, many a times, really. And that's a fact. And in fact, there was one of them that I remember. He was blonde, blue-eyed. He was an Aryan. And he was really a jerk. He was a serious jerk. And to find out, he was actually Cuban, white Cuban, but still, he was a real jerk to many people. It wasn't only to me, but there were a lot of them that were more about forming their own clique. And their girlfriends were my friends. Um, in fact, one of my best friends, she was white, and we'd hang out a lot at her place. And she lived in a white community, and I felt very uncomfortable going there because, again, I always made to feel that I did not belong around white people. I never felt like I belonged in a white community, which traumatized me. As an adult, again, going out to the city, I enjoyed going to the Village, going to Times Square, going to Flatiron District, and these areas in Manhattan. I enjoyed exploring it. I had a friend, and he would bring me to all these new places that I've never been to, and again, he was white. He was my adult best friend, and we really enjoyed having fun. And I've never had a friend like that again. Once he moved, I never had another best friend. I went from exploring and being into those type of things to basically being isolated and pushed into my community at one point. And majority of people I was around were Black, and I was still watching a lot of television that had a lot of individuals who were white and people that I admired. That's where I wanted to be. That's the world that I enjoyed and loved, because it just came off as someplace peaceful and high end. My life, I've been working for white people. I have never had a Black boss. Hearing stories about their lives, hearing stories about their, children who were privileged, it made me feel a certain way. Was it jealousy? It wasn't jealousy. It was just more of making me feel ostracized from, again, a community that had a lot of things that I liked, but I could not be part of that community because I was Black. That also cycled into me now as an adult feeling enclosed and chained to one place because I don't go to restaurants. I do not go to the theater. I do not go anywhere because I feel that my Blackness limits what I can do. And it's crazy, I know, but I felt like my Blackness closed me off from being part of a certain world. I'm fearful of traveling to certain places because you hear the news about them being judgmental and not liking Black people. If you go to places like Saint-Tropez, South of France, Italy, these places make you feel like you're not wanted, and it's a free world. You're a human being. You can go anywhere. Nobody should make you feel inferior and should make you feel lesser because of the color of your skin. And that's something that's true. But I feel like, again, it's a lot of trauma growing up because now you've seen all of this, you've heard all of this, you've become fearful of living fully. It's unfortunate. And growing up, that's how I felt. And it's still in my system, in my subconscious, that I will never feel like I really belong in certain places. And even, the truth is, we really aren't welcomed in many places. It's society, it's not fair, it's not right. So when people talk about their Aryan child, there's a tinge of Hitlerism in that conversation. Yeah, not good. And now we Black people have a lot of opportunities. We can go wherever we want to. We can do whatever we want to. But where I live, And it's New York is big. There's so many things to do in New York, but I still don't feel like I belong in certain places in New York. It's important to have inclusiveness, in certain places, but I just don't feel like it's true. I feel if I go to certain places, I will be asked, why am I here? I will be questioned about, why do you think you belong here? That's a psychological thing, and that's where trauma, you realize you are traumatized by society, by growing up and being told so many things and seeing so many things. You've become sort of a victim. And I'm not a victim, but I feel like I have been pushed away and made to feel not wanted by certain groups. And also, my whole persona also sort of kind of made me feel I didn't belong to the Black American community neither, because I wasn't masculine enough. I wasn't hard enough. I was always made fun of because I was different. Right now, I am trying to get out of that mindset and to be more of an outgoing person, to be a bit more extroverted, I would say. But I'm more of an extrovert when I leave New York, which is strange. But whenever I'm here, I still feel bogged down and boxed in to one place. It's hard trying to forget those negative experiences from the past and trying to move forward and feeling like you're not being looked at or judged because of the color of your skin or the way you speak or your mannerisms. It's so hard to get out of that mindset. And at my age, I've realized that, it's not that important. You shouldn't really, focus on that or ruminate in that type of thought. But it's very difficult. It takes a lot of strength to have come from that type of childhood to break free of all those negative experiences. I've always wondered if anyone else has felt that way, if there are other Black people who feel like they can go out because they're fearful that they are going to be judged by their color and by the way they act or by just being different and not a stereotype, which is what I feel certain group has made us to look like. But it's really traumatic. It's PTSD in some ways. And yeah, if you've felt like that, let's start a discussion. Leave a comment below, and I look forward to reading all your comments, and hopefully I get a chance to reply. But the next video won't be so depressing. I did purchase my first Louis Vuitton, and I can't wait to show it off. But thank you again, and like this video if you would like, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you, and